are listening to High Minds, the podcast where we elevate the conversation on culture, sports, politics, and entertainment. Stay tuned for a higher perspective at the intersection of everything.
What's up?
What's going on? Sorry, just in the middle of reloading here.
You doing what now? What's up now?
Just reloading the little student glass. However you say
Oh,
it.
man.
I don't know.
Student? I don't know.
Student?
Today was an interesting day, man. How are you?
Yeah.
If you're tuning in on the podcast or live, what is good? It's High Minds, Andy and Matt. Hey, we haven't mentioned this in a while, but if you're listening on the podcast, no matter what platform you're on, can you please just go rate the show? Whether you're on Apple, Spotify, or whatever, give it a rating, give it a review, and just tell one friend, hey, come chill with us. We'd like to kick it. You guys come through, ask questions, comment, just come chill whenever you're not doing nothing on a Friday night or a Tuesday night. We're a little early today, so it's 5 p.m. on the Pacific. I wrote more than I've written in a long time today. I decided recently what my next, I was not inspired to write in a while, but I got really inspired by a certain video game called The Last of Us. And I am like deep diving into the world of The Last of Us, and I'm writing a book about it. I'm pretty excited.
Nice.
But it was a long day. And then it was frustrating because my daughter's a competition. I was telling you before, the fucking program I'm using to record it on my screen, live stream was great. The recording's all fucked up. And then I'm like, I just wish I had a VHS. I could just record that shit.
Load it up on the shoulder.
Load it up on the shoulder. Fuck this technology. I sound like an old man. But it failed me. Yeah. And I paid $50 for this. It should be easy to record your own screen, especially with a professional recording program. This is not rocket science.
Yes. And it is frustrating when it does not.
It fails you.
And it's there. The worst part is, like you said, you have it. But it's just, is there a way to like times to it? Like,
no, because the audio's off, and then like halfway through the thing, my daughter's dancing in slow motion to no music. It's like somehow the whole thing got fucked up. And it wasn't like that on live stream, like I said. And I was like, at first I thought it was just the audio. I was like, all right, I can create an MP3 out of an MP4. Then I can line up the audio. I can have my daughter tell me exactly when she moves for the first time, when the music plays, and I could line it up. That was not the case. Literally, like the file is just totally fucked. And I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, that's so frustrating.
Either I'm going to drink a lot tonight or I'm going to go on a bike ride. So I went on a bike ride. That was fucking
better choice. Yeah.
Probably. I was so annoyed. And then that happened to my friend. My friend, I was like, hey, I'll record your daughter. I got this program. I'll be able to record it. It fucked hers up too. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
No. Yeah. No, I know that. It's that. That's how I am with photography.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't like to do it for like a living for people's
right, because
of things like that. And it happens. I've had it happen to me. It happen to me. I did two like food photography things,
like shoots. Yep.
Yeah, and my card, for some reason, were corrupted. My my SD
video card or SD card, yeah.
And I lost all of my stuff, and I didn't want it. I was doing it for a favor, so I'm not gonna. You can pay hundreds of dollars to get it back somehow, but I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But it was frustrating because you're just like,
because it looks on you because this is what you do. That's what I like. Yeah. I run a company that is a media company that we put out videos every day and podcasts. And then I'm like, hey, I got you as a friend. And then it fucks up and you're like, God damn it. And you look like an idiot.
Well, I did. And then I had to call them back going, hey, you think I can come back again and redo all of that we just did? And it's like, and of course they were so cool and everything, but there was no issue at all. Right. But it's
But still,
embarrassing when you have to
it's
show back up and like, all right, let's, and this time I did other things to help prevent that, but
so
still,
fucking
it was
annoying.
just, yeah, it was. And that's the same thing. Like yeah, it's the frustration. It's like, it's like you love the technology and then
I do. Yeah,
there's times
I
where you
love
just,
that, but
and it's,
when
it's
especially when I pay $50 just to record my
Yeah.
screen, that's basic
Yeah.
bullshit. It's like,
Yeah.
like my daughter's friends record their screen on their iPhone for free, and then it's fine. And I'm sitting here going to
pay good money and watching her just.
I was like, you're really holding that move. I'm like, fuck, man, come on. And then she's placed 9th in the Bay Area, and these kids are fucking good in the fucking Bay Area.
I know.
I was like,
look
she
what
plays
happened.
top 10, and I fuck it up.
Oh,
God damn it!
It's gonna be one of those two. Like 20
It's one of
years from now,
those
she'll be
weekends.
telling her kids, like, I placed 9th. And
No, this is
your grandfather was trying to record it, and it was the best performance I've ever had.
They're gonna talk about us like we talk about our parents with technology, and like his millennial ass could not fuck it up.
He fucked it up.
Fucked it up. Yeah, I mean it's partly true, but I mean it's not.
Probably got too high and fucking put it on.
I was not even high. I was in the yeah. That's
no.
Yeah.
Shit happens. It does suck.
It does.
It hurts.
It does.
It stings. It just stings. It's like fuck.
God damn it. Yeah. I mean, we got a lot of videos of her but the thing I do wish, and we were talking about this before we hit record, is like back in our day, I wish I just had I don't even know if I have one video of me playing baseball. I got newspaper clippings, and I got write-ups, and I got all this shit.
Do all that stuff.
And I got awards and shit in boxes and frames. I don't give a fuck about it. I don't have one video. I can imagine what I looked like playing baseball, but it's not like today where like we have a video of your form and we're gonna we didn't have any of that.
No, we had nothing. There's nothing.
I imagine what my form looked like when I was pitching, but I cannot see it.
Mm-hmm. There's probably video out there somewhere in the world, but we'll never find it. It's on someone's videotape.
Oh, yeah. I've been on the news. So in some sort of like archive, there's some shit. But
yeah, I mean, but I get like now, you can friends can videotape your whole whole game in HD 4K from their phone. And and stream it live so anyone can watch you do it live.
And they got the whole they got the whole thing. If you're playing baseball, they got you on that sort of it's like a screen with the diamond, and they've got your stats. You're 1 for 3 right now. You're up. You're on second base. You're on first base. You're this and that. For kids, travel teams and all that, they got the whole if you go to MLB.com and you're just following along on the StatCast, they got that for fucking kids, dude. It's it's crazy. It's really, it must be cool as a kid to play sports.
I mean, it's awesome
now.
I mean, if I'm a kid, I'm like, hell yeah, this is
Stoked.
The best time. Yeah, this is the best time to be an athlete for a kid.
Don't take it for granted.
Yeah, because it's all of that stuff. No videos.
I have no videos. Really. I can't imagine if when Elise is 25, she's 30, she's grown, and I'm old as shit. My hair's gray. If she was like, "Hey, do you have any of my old videos?" If I was like, "No, I got none." That's what it's like for us. Do you have nothing? And I don't blame my parents at a different time, but it's just it wouldn't register in our kids' brain to not have anything of what they're doing. It's crazy.
Also, if they had a way to record it, they're not going to take a suitcase with them to every event.
That's what we were.
And then sit there and try to do this.
Looking through that thing.
Yeah, so they'll do it maybe once, twice.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do it every single time, carrying that big old thing in and it's just. But yeah, no, it's just that is the one thing I'm jealous of kids
modern
these
technology.
days.
Kids these
just
days.
Technology like that.
In my day.
I mean, now it's imagine if we would have that to promote yourself.
Oh, dude, I'd make some
You know?
sick ass highlight reels of my shit.
Yeah,
With-
just
with
for like
music,
for
with
college
the whole thing.
promotion. Yeah, for
Yeah.
scouts and stuff,
Yeah.
of what you can do yourself now and self-promoting and just putting your page out there, not even just
Mhm.
putting it out there because they're peaking. If you're that good, they're peaking.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's
Dude,
like,
I
hey,
would
look
have
at
I
me,
would have told my parents, I
Yeah.
would have said, videotape everything I do and always send it to me every time. And I made some highlight reel shit, like especially in the field. And it's like, oh yeah, I could have made a sick ass highlight reel. I'd have made myself look like Ossie Smith.
Yeah, I'd have my best friend say, hey, go live on your stream,
Yeah.
my games, every game, and just
Every game.
follow me the whole time.
Mhm.
If you're that good, and do a live stream so people could watch you play live, because scouts will be
Mhm.
watching. If you're that good and
If
you're
you're that
able to go,
good.
yeah.
You get people talking. Mhm.
I mean, that's the stuff, like, if you're that good, promote yourself. I don't know if is it legal. You're not. I mean, you're just putting yourself
I have
live.
no idea.
I'm just so seeing my grandma could watch. She's back home. She likes watching my game, so I'm just filming it for
That's
her.
sick.
That's all you're doing.
At this point of my
And
whole
scout
life,
could sit there and scout you from like Tennessee or North Carolina or Florida
Yeah.
all the way and watching you play in fucking Orland, California. You know,
Hamilton City, Kyle Loesch.
that's what's crazy. Yeah, that's what's crazy.
Yeah.
Now it's back then it was like if your coach cared, other coaches may see you if you're good enough, and they'll talk, words, people's word of mouth and gets through. But for the most part, if you're not promoting yourself back then, literally sending tapes in, like you're sending tapes. It was like, who's going to tape you? The big ass recorders and stuff. It just wasn't a thing. It was a big deal
No.
back then to have like a video recorder, a VHS. Who's going to
Yeah, it
let
was
your
just cumbersome.
eight?
It was like
Yeah,
for
it's
home
like-
movies and shit.
Yeah, it was, so it's.
I've probably got like I've got like a little stack of like newspaper clippings and like things
a ton
like
of
that.
those.
Like I've got some trophies and I've got like awards and shit. And that's about it.
Yeah.
No, nothing like no videos.
No videos,
like-
no.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
I know. Yeah,
wild.
I'm jealous. That's one thing I'm jealous about. That would have been
But
cool.
my daughter has
Just
one
imagine-
less video because
Well, just imagine like,
Fuck.
but just imagine like all the other videos you can be making too, not just with sports, just of your life growing up. I wish I had so much
Yeah.
like a lot of the shit I did with my friends and stuff like that out, like
Okay.
out and
but
around.
Yes.
just-
I agree with you, but that also can get in the way of enjoying what you're doing because nowadays
yeah, it
people
can.
are more worried about capturing the moment rather than actually living the moment. And part of the reason the 90s and 80s were so great is we're actually just like we had no other place to be but right in that fucking moment. Where else are we gonna be? We're not on social media. We're not calling our friends. Our phones had a fucking wire that connected to the wall. We ain't calling our friends. Like we were
Big
with
old
each
cord.
other. Big that cord that gets all knotted up and spirals. Yeah, none of that.
Yeah.
So we were living.
Yeah.
We were in that moment with each other. We had to be.
See, and that's so I've had to change doing things like that because
Mhm.
ever since I've done photography, like started photography and like really doing it, and spending the time, spending the money, and like every like thing I go to, that's like my mind. It's all, everything's just like pictures, pick this, like this angle, this, like I'm just like going through my head what I would do. So I'm
Are
always
you just
doing
framing? You're framing shit out all the time.
I'll be driving and be like, oh,
Yeah.
what this? Like, I'd want to pull over
Yeah.
right now to get this shot because it's
Right.
fucking all the
Yeah.
sun's coming down perfectly and
Right.
like it just looks awesome. So
Mhm.
I do that a lot now. And so I was at events a lot. When I was first starting on my phone the whole time, like just taking way too many pictures, like just way too
Mhm.
much shit on my phone because I had it with me.
Yeah.
And then so I had to no. So now like what I do now is I'll get a couple pictures like at the beginning, a couple little things, and then put my phone away.
Mhm.
And then enjoy stuff. And then maybe later, if there's a break or something like that, I'll pull it out for a minute, mess around it, and then the start of the second set or something, I'll boom, take a couple more pictures, and then I put it away.
Mhm.
So that's kind of what where before I used to just would have my phone in my hand the whole time, like waiting for that shot.
Just waiting for.
So I was
yeah.
like, so I'm not enjoying the show.
Mhm.
I'm watching the show, but I'm not enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that perfect, like, oh, there's the picture. I'm trying to get the
That's
picture.
that's what I'm saying.
So
yeah.
So now, like, when I go to, like, I do that with hockey games now, because I used to be at hockey games doing that, waiting for the perfect goal to get the perfect shot. Like,
you wait for 3 periods.
Yeah, and you're sitting there with your phone the whole time, like,
and you miss
watching
the game,
but you're not enjoying it. You're just kind of, and then when they score, you're not even excited about it. You're just like, oh, looking on your phone real quick, I got it.
Yeah, I got the shot.
Like you're just out of that moment. Like you're just disconnected from everything. And that's
exactly what I'm saying.
When I do that for, like, when I do the aces, the WNBA, when I'm shooting aces, I'm like that, because that's what I'm doing. I'm there to do photography. So I don't, when awesome things are happening on the court, like last year with Asia, the MVP, now she has her own shoot, all of this stuff. I'm with her at the games, taking pictures all day, but I'm not like living it. I'm like watching it through a lens. So I'm not like actually enjoying it, like all those things that are going on for her. Like, it's like, it's monumental stuff in the WNBA thing, and it's a huge deal. And
you're not living it, right?
No, and I'm sitting better than most of these players. I'm literally sitting on the court, on the court, and like saying what
you're the guy. Are you the guy they run into and then fall over and then
So when you're watching NBA, the guys that are sitting right next to the basket hoop, there's little squares on the floor.
That's you.
I'm there, and then I'll switch out and move around. But so I'm sitting there.
Yeah.
And when you're there, you think like that's amazing, but for a second it is, and then you're just like looking through this, and you're looking for that perfect shot. You're just watching instead of like enjoying it.
I think that's why it's balanced. You have to live your life in balance. You have to have moments where you're doing that, and then you have to have moments where you're like, I got to shut this all the way down so that I can actually enjoy this moment.
Yeah, and that's why I don't want to pursue photography.
Yeah,
like as a business, because I like going. So now, like when I do those events now, I enjoy them more because I'm, who I work for and stuff. That's what she wants me to do. I get what I need to get and then enjoy it. So I'll sit back and watch the game, but I'm shooting the game, but I'm kind of doing it differently. I'm not really being precise. I'm just kind of watching a little bit, enjoying it. Then I'll move out and let some other guys that are really working go in and work, and I go sit up top, and do my thing and watch the game and shoot from there. But where before I was just you just get so into it, and that's what and that's not why I did photography, but it's fun doing it. I still like doing that.
As long as you got to balance it out, like with like this book I'm writing on The Last of Us. Like I played it 3 times just to enjoy it before I was like, I really think that there's a lot here that we should comment on. And then so now I'm going to play it through thinking through that lens. But once I'm done through that lens, I just want to go back to enjoying it. Like I don't want it to be that. Like I just want to put it away. I'm done. My work is done, and now I want to go back to enjoying the story for the sake of the story. Same thing with photography. Same thing with analyzing music. Like it's great that we talked about Kendrick on this podcast, but I don't go back and I'm not always looking for the punchlines and I just want to go back and listen. Now I just like to listen.
Go back and listen to it.
Exactly. So it's a balance between the two. You have to live in kind of the both worlds if you're in, I think that's a healthy place in there.
Yeah. And sometimes diving deep into it like that and looking at it from a different way, it kind of ruins the good side of it.
It can if you let it, but it can also deepen your love for it too if you don't get too caught up in it.
Yeah, because doing sports stuff, things like that, you have access to a lot of things and people, and you get to literally spend back there with the family where they're holding their babies and stuff, and you're doing different things, and and it can change you for the good, big time. It makes you. I understand why sometimes you'll hear people say about a player they're the best and stuff, but on the court and what people see, they're just they're shit. They're kind of shitty. He's a shitty dude. But everyone that knows him, when that camera's off and everyone's leaving the arena, you get to see sides like that sometimes that make you see people in a light that you've never seen. Like, oh damn, maybe they're not really that. They're actually pretty damn cool. You get to see them, when everyone's cameras are kind of off. Like our cameras aren't up. When I'm, around that area, I'm not up there like this. I have my camera by my side, just I'm not taking photos. It's family. I'm not taking photos of the kids and stuff. That's not what I do. So I'm, so they let their guard down because no one, there's no more cameras up, no one's shooting, and you get to see. But there's also you get to see some kind of bad sides to things.
That's the rub. You don't.
Yeah.
There's a risk. There's a risk to blending your passion with any sort of job, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like if I just enjoyed The Last of Us because I loved it, that's a different thing than if I want to comment on it. And there is a risk to like, oh, you dive too much into this, now you don't even enjoy it anymore, and it just becomes quote unquote a job, or over analyzing something, which cheapens it and which like lessens the thing that it is. Because like photography is art, but if it's all entirely business, it's going to ruin the art.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
And I'll literally take like 2 months off. Just nothing photography. Just put my stuff away.
That's
just
smart.
put it away and do something else.
I haven't written in like a year. Written.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah. And sometimes like with that, that's writing a book, that's a huge project. That's
I've
like,
edited, I've worked on books, but I haven't sat down and really written like a whole day of writing. It's been a while.
Like with really with a purpose and a goal.
With a
like
purpose.
This, I got
It was exhausting. I'm tired.
Yeah, it is. It's that's
But I wrote some good shit.
Yeah. So that's why sometimes I'll just take like a month off.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just take 2 months off. I just however long I feel like it. And it's just kind of do something else for a little bit. And then I'll go right back to it again. And then when I'm back at it, I do it a lot. I'll go on spurts and then, but when I'm off, when I'm not doing photography, a lot of times I have so many pictures on saved up that I go back and I do a lot of editing. I never really stop editing.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy editing. It's kind of
I like editing too.
It's I don't know. It's relaxing for me. It calms my nerves. It calms my anxiety.
Put on some music. You're high, hanging out, chilling.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I have my thing where I'm sitting exactly right now with my everything. Just music would be in my earbuds, or music would be on my speakers.
Same. I was designing. That's the same with me designing. Can I share the cover? Can I share the cover that I designed for my book?
Yeah, sure. Was this an exclusive
this is an
look
exclusive look right there?
Peek.
So so obviously I use the same art style as The Last of Us and the same font. And then Saints, Sinners, and Clickers is probably the title I'm most proud of. Like clickers are one of the type of infected in the story. And it's just perfect. Love and Lost and The Last of Us, and this picture of obviously Ellie and Joel. I'm really proud of this. I spent I stayed up late last night just playing with this, and
it's awesome. That's great.
It's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
I'm pretty stoked on it. So I like doing that. I do too, especially when you're just chilling, playing around with design is probably the same as you're playing around with colors. You're going back and forth. You're like
you start messing with
trial and error.
I'll do it with photos that just doing weird stuff with photos, like with different tints and hues and fonts and color grading, and just
most things suck, and then you stumble into something.
A lot of times it looks like just fucking dog shit. Like like, oh, wow.
This cover was dog shit.
Start over
of the time last night until it wasn't.
Start over. And then sometimes I'll just throw them on Instagram to see how reactions to different things, what people like. It's interesting what people's tastes are just by the edits.
Yeah.
I'll sometimes share the same picture like about a month later with a whole different edit, same exact picture, different edit, and it'll hit a lot harder than something else. I get more interaction with it. So sometimes that's why I'll have like repeat pictures, but there's something different on it. Cause I'm trying to I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I like to, it's just, it's just, like I said, it's, trial and error, just keep messing with things, doing things different.
Which is funny. Like the guy I learned from, Raphael, he said that's essentially the heart of graphic design. It's like you just try shit back and forth. It's all dog shit until it's not. And then everyone's like, oh God, you're really good. It's like, yeah, I mean, eventually, but like the first thing you do most of the time is like, when you're playing with stuff, like It's like on guitar. If I'm just playing around, most everything's dog shit until I come across something. I'm like, oh, I like this, and then you kind of work on that.
Yeah. Well, same thing.
So there's no secret to life. There's just just
keep doing
trying
it.
shit until it sticks.
It's it's what is it? Repetition. A lot of times, same thing. Just repetition.
Peekaboo. What's up, Felix?
Peekaboo.
Fellow Kendrick fan. Hey, speaking of Kendrick, no, I don't. Well, I had a fun game for us to play today. Should we take a break since it's been 26 minutes? We'll take a quick break, and then I have an almost a would you rather type of game, and I gotta find where I wrote all this down. I mean, I was fairly high when I did this. So hold on, let me make sure I have
it. It's even better because I'm really high when I'm answering these.
Yeah, but if I can't find them, then okay, there you go. I got them.
Find them.
I got them, bro. So we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back with a fun game of Would You Rather. This is gonna get deeply philosophical and very revealing. Very revealing. See you in a moment.
I'm scared.
Oh shit. I forgot to put the loop on. Peekaboo.
Peekaboo.
Fucking stoners, man.
Oh.
God, I swear. All right. Oh, man. Here we are. All right, we're going to get deeply revealing in my game of it's not really would you rather, but it's a versus. It's a versus type of game. Let me see where I should start. These are all over the place, so there's no rhyme or reason to it. I'll start since Felix popped in, said peekaboo. We'll start with a funny one. Kendrick versus Drake.
Oh. I mean, pretty much everything.
Kendrick versus Drake. Come on, man. What's God's plan here?
I honestly don't even know. I couldn't name you a Drake song.
God's plan.
I couldn't tell you a title of a Drake song. I've heard probably tons of them because it's like radio stuff. Radio stuff, but I couldn't tell you. Come on, that's easy.
That I know. That was a joke one. That was a funny one. I when I was writing that last night, I was chuckling because I thought it'd be funny. Someone said Drake's music is perfect for when you're walking through the mall. Okay, so get that one out of the way. That was just a joke. Obviously, Tootsie Slide by Drake. You can't Tootsie Slide your way out of this one. Drake's got some hits, but they're just
I bob my head to it.
It's
I probably bob my head to a lot of the shit. I just don't know it.
Yeah, it's that.
It's just not my.
It's that sing-song rap that I'm not really. I don't know.
It's just not my style.
It's not quite mumble rap.
Gotta remember, I still listen to like 90s, 2000s rap. Like
we're old.
So it's like,
and that's why we like Kendrick, because like Kendrick's an old soul, bitch. He probably built them pyramids. Yeah. So
one brick.
All right. For real.
Okay, let's.
All right, for real. Here we go. This is gonna get very difficult.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with this. Nike as a shoe. Nike versus the field. Versus the field.
Versus
Nike versus field? All.
Everything.
Everything. Your collection would either be all Nike or everything but Nike. If you had a shoe collection.
This one's
See, that's tough. I was
This
gonna
one's
start off.
tough.
That's tough.
I think I'd have to choose everything else.
For real? Like, what would you go with then? Like, okay, so
I do love Adidas and I love Vans. Those are I rock. I have okay. So this is why I say this. I'm kind of a shoe guy.
I know you are.
I only have like
I don't have a great collection, but in theory I would.
Yeah, I literally have right now. They're all in storage because we haven't unpacked them, but I don't have the room for them right now. I have about 70 to 80 pair of shoes.
Ooh, what size are you?
Size 13.
I might have to buy some shit off you then.
I have, but in the majority, I have about 35 to 40 pair of Vans. And then
you're that into Vans, huh?
Yeah, I have different colors. The high top, low cabs. I get cabs. I get the skater, old skater, the white. I have a wide foot. That's why I like the Vans.
Yeah, so do I. I might have to buy some shit off you then.
And I have different colors. I have different colors to match different fits. So
then
I have the high tops, the mids, the lows. That's my everyday shoe. I have 3 pairs that are my everyday Van shoes. But and then I have everything, and I have Nikes. I have Air Force Ones. I have.
Felix got a good point too with the Converse Chucks. That's
the
tough.
Chucks. Yeah, see, a lot of people love Chucks. I wasn't really a Chucks guy because my feet. I was more the Vans type. I still love Chucks. My kids love Chucks.
That's a point too. Chucks are tough for me. I got white ass feet.
But that's why I love the Vans and like I said, the Adidas. There's just even some New Balance shoes. I like some of those. But
some New Balance. I've got some Pumas that are clean and really comfortable.
What do you think? My senior year in high school in baseball, I kicked the Puma cleats. I had the Pumas, the old school too, the big flat. They were like the vintage old Pumas.
I had the Adidas. I went Chucks for like probably throughout my 20s. I probably went all Chucks. See, I got married in Vans, the checkered Vans, the flats, and then my groomsmen wore Chucks. But
you want to know where I got those Pumas? This is the funny part. Compton Swap Meet.
Dude, that's dope, though.
I got a Compton Swap Meet. They probably weren't even Pumas. There's some Compton Pumas.
That's probably true though.
Hey, they got me through the season. They're cool. That's what I always
got them at the Compton Swap Meet.
So
you could hear all those guys. You probably saw Snoop there before.
Yep, did. Back when those, because I would go back there for summer, every summer, go back and live with my grandma. They live in Paramount, which is right next to Compton, and that's where I was born, down there. And we'd go to the Compton Swap Meet every year. The little K-Swiss. Oh yeah, you better watch out where you wear those. It was in the area where I had to watch which color I would wear.
Oh, you got
it. Areas.
Yeah,
so never blues, no blues or reds. I wouldn't even have them in my like clothes. Legitimately, it was always white, black.
But there's certain times purple, gold, orange, and green. Those are certain. Yeah. I mean, those in different areas. There's different colors that you got to be real careful on. Just wear all white. You go all white. Wave the white flag. I'm here.
If you keep to yourself, that's the thing.
You're fine.
It is
generally
like anything else. You keep to yourself. You mind your own business. You're fine. It's fine. You mind your business.
If you mind your business,
open your mouth. You open your mouth. You say something. You get into someone else's business, anything like that, you're gonna find trouble. So it's like
the only time like when, I mean, looking back at the time, like when I got beat up in the city in the streets, it was because I was on the basketball court acting like an idiot and just talking shit.
In sports,
in sport,
in
like
a game,
in a game in the city. I think I was the only white dude. It was all black dudes.
Skinny white boy talking shit.
I mean, it wasn't like a bad thing. It was just one of those things.
Yeah.
Like, right. Like, but you just I probably deserve to get punched. Like everyone probably should get punched at least once in their life. Or at least have to think it's an option.
It's very rare. Like I can't think of a time where I've had an altercation where I didn't have some part in it.
You earned something.
Yeah, like either a comment, like a look or like or something like. There it's very random. Like I'm just sitting out of nowhere, and all of a sudden something.
And all
happens.
of a sudden, you get hit in the back of the head. Like
it happens. It happens to people every day. But
it does, but it's rarer than.
For every altercation that I've had,
I said some shit.
I had something to do with
something.
it. Sometimes a little tiny bit, sometimes a lot of bits.
Sometimes more than a bit. Felix says in Texas you had Crip and Blood Goths out here. I don't know about that.
Whoa, that's crazy.
What do they?
It's like a Halloween.
It's like black and red or black and blue. Is that what it is? Sorry to be reductive.
Like that?
I'm not sure.
Like this little Joker when they actually do the makeup and stuff.
So if you go Nike versus the Field, I also probably got to go with the Field. Though I do love Nike's catalog. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
I love the old school Air Force Ones. I like the mid. I like the high. I like some of the lows. I like the vintage shit. But in addition to the Pumas, the Adidas, and all the other stuff, like I do have to have like a boot if I'm farming. So the fucking like Timberlands are really comfortable.
Yeah.
And so when you get outside of like just a comfortable shoe, I think you got to get outside the Nikes. So I got to go the Field.
Have you ever worn a pair of Yeezys?
I have not. And I can't at this point. Let's be real.
You can wear the Yeezys. I'll let you try them on.
You have some?
I have 3 pair.
You have 3 pair of Yeezys. When did you get those?
Sure.
Years, huh?
They're probably 5, 6 years ago.
That's
I
hilarious.
wasn't living here.
Are they comfortable?
Oh my god! Yeah, they're. Oh yeah. Yeah, the shoes. Yeah, but I think he doesn't. I don't know if he has anything to do with the Yeezy brand now, or not.
I don't know.
There was something with that. There's Yeezys that. No,
he's been up to some shenanigans. Jesus.
But
he's trying to outdo. He's trying to outdo Elon with how uncool Teslas are.
Talking about him. Oh gosh.
Every time I see a Tesla, I'm like, huh. I've seen more and more Cybertrucks actually, and I don't know if I'm just looking for them or what.
Oh, they're horrible.
I don't see a lot of Yeezy shoes out there though.
Oh, but you pay attention. They're out there.
Are they?
They're out there a lot.
Are they?
Oh, people, yeah, they're so fucking comfortable. The Yeezys, yep. Oh,
Yeezys. Yeah. You could be uncomfortable in a very comfortable shoe.
Yeah, if you watch TV, you'll see them on TV a lot too. They still wearing them.
The Yeezys?
Yeah.
I'll have to pay attention.
Once you start looking, you'll start noticing them. It's like that car. You know, when you buy a car, all of a sudden you see it everywhere.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I never seen a Mini Cooper. Then you buy one, everyone drives one.
Yeah, you're like, everyone's driving a damn Mini Coupe.
Everyone. So speaking of cars, classic cars versus classic trucks. The field of both. Classic cars versus classic trucks.
For me, this is a little easier.
Oh, is it?
I love classic cars.
Oh, see, I thought you were a classic truck guy. I thought you loved classic trucks. I thought I was going to get you on this one.
I love classic. That's my next car I buy is going to be an old 66, 65, 66, somewhere in this right there, 60 range, either Cadillac, Lincoln, bagged.
That's your shit, huh? That's my shit. That's my shit. I agree with you on the cars. I do like the classic trucks though. You know what I love? I like the classic trucks that are all like rusted, and then the rust gets like sealed. Do you know what I mean?
Clear coat it.
And then the chrome is shiny as fuck, and the wheels are white, the white wall and everything.
Yeah, I like that.
That looks sick.
I've seen cars like that, and it doesn't look, I think, as good as like.
No, I like the truck. I like it on the truck.
Like they've just pulled this truck out of the field. It's been sitting there for 40 years, just rusting, and they pull it out and just start it right up and just drive it. That's what it looks like. You know, that look, and it is. It's there. It's just clear coated. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. I like old classic cars, I'm not going to buy. I don't think I'll ever buy a new car again. I have my car I have now that I'm going to be my daily till it stops running, and then I want to, that's why I said I want an old 60 something, especially out here at cruise. A lot of cruising time out here. The weather's perfect cruising weather too. Strip around. They have so many car clubs, car shows. You just go to park, get to see all kinds. So I go to those a lot. I go to a lot of car shows just to look at the classic cars, and that's what I go look at. There's Lamborghinis. There's all these McLarens.
Yeah.
Like $1 million car Ferrari, the EV or hybrid. They're cool looking. I'm like, oh, it's cool. But then I'm like, I want the old classics. I like the old classic cars.
I want to get 8 miles to the gallon. I want it to go glug 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 glug. Just just to cruise the strip, if nothing else. I'm sure if you took just your car down to the strip, or you took like a 57 Ford Thunderbird, like with the hard top, took it off, I guarantee that's much cooler. And you're gonna feel awesome. You're gonna have a different experience than just a random ass like Honda, whatever.
Yeah, out here you see those classic. There's a lot of them, but they're not as much as these exotic cars. Everyone has them. You can rent them. Most of them are rented. They're rentals. People come in town, they rent a Lambo to go cruise the strip and stuff. And
oh yeah, sure.
It's just everybody has them. I mean, the Wynn Hotel picks up their guests in Rolls Royces. So it's like you see Rolls Royces around a lot. You see all these like.
So that's where we're staying the next time I come out there.
Yeah, I think it's like a $500 a night, like midweek for your base room, and they're the most profitable casino on the strip, the Wynn. But so you see all these exotic cars and stuff, and it's like, I don't know, they all kind of look the same. I know they're not. People do their stuff to them, but it's a Lambo. Nice. It's all right. Cool. I'd rather have, that's what I want. Something I enjoy, something I can just go cruise in, even if it's not a convertible, just, go cruise, on bags. So you can have, ride it low when you park, and lower it down, lift it up. So you have no issues going in and out of anywhere, just rolling down and listen to some music and
smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice.
Laid back.
With your mind on your money and your money on your mind.
That's where I'm at now with it in cars, and that's all old classics. I like the old classic. They just look better too. Cars are cool.
We sound like an old men, but they do look fucking cool.
Just the lines and stuff. Those old, like that's why I like the 60s and stuff. They just stream back, like they come to the back like fins, and like I don't know. They're cool looking. They're cool.
All right. Well, Well, cars over truck. All right, here we go. I got a bunch more of these, so we probably should move through them at some point.
Yeah, let's go quick. We won't talk about them too long.
I'm gonna go Las Vegas versus San Francisco as a city.
San Francisco.
San Francisco over Vegas.
Yeah, I love San Francisco. It's one of my favorite cities.
I knew you did. That's what I was trying. I was trying to challenge you on these. Yeah,
I love Vegas right now. This time of my life, I love Vegas. There's cool things and stuff like that, but it's Vegas.
San Francisco.
It's beautiful weather. People, I'd rather, I guess, live around. Like anything else, you see what you see, what they want to show you. So, San Francisco for sure.
Felix agrees with you. San Fran all the way. I love San Francisco. I grew up in San Jose, so we were in San Francisco all the time. Especially when the Los Gigantes, when the Giants played at Candlestick. We were up there all the fucking time. My grandfather
go there once.
As a Portuguese man from the Azores Islands. He's, from the area. You went to Candlestick once? I went to the locker room. It looked like an old ass locker room at a high school. It was random.
Like Paradise High School lockers.
It did. It was concrete, dark. I met T.O. He was signing shit. He was big. He was just. I was like, Jesus Christ.
God damn.
I would.
I'd never be an NFL player. How am I going to tackle you?
How the fuck am I going to tackle you? I'm going to I have to get you with one of those ropes like an at in Star Wars. Big motherfucker. Yeah. That was an uncomfortable game to watch. Windy as hell, cold all the fucking time.
Yeah, it hurt.
Right on the point in San Francisco, it hurt.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's talking to you? San Francisco. I love San Francisco. I mean, I know they got their problems and shit, but I love the city.
Cool. What we got next?
Oh, all right.
Let's
Beer
go.
versus
Kick some out.
shit. Beer versus wine.
Oh, I'm a beer guy, but I can't enjoy beer like I used to. Wine gives me headaches. I get headaches from wine.
I don't drink hardly any wine. A little bit of red wine once in a while.
I'll
Maybe
taste
some
it.
sake if that's considered wine.
Sangria, isn't that wine mixed with something?
Wine and fruit, yeah, isn't it?
I think so. Like I'll have some of that. I'll try
Like,
that.
yeah, Lindsay
Sure,
makes
just
like a
fine.
wine like that with like citrus at the bottom, whatever.
But beer, beer, it still kind of affects me a little. I don't drink IPAs anymore. Just
Some of those Sierra
it's too
Nevada
much.
IPAs.
Yeah, I don't really drink Sierra Nevada.
India
anymore.
IPA.
Yeah, I don't drink any of that anymore. It's just too much. That's too much.
Pretty heavy.
My beer now that I like go-to beers are like Stella and Guinness.
Oh.
I love Guinness. I love Guinness.
I remember when I could drink beer. This was back 20 years ago. Guinness, I loved. I love
like Guinness.
I like Guinness. At the time, I liked Fat Tire. I liked some of the Sierra Nevadas. The IPAs I really didn't fuck with. I felt like everyone was bullshitting that they liked them. I was like, these aren't even that good, but we're supposed to say they're good because that's what we're doing. But they were just like, these are really harsh.
It's like whiskey or bourbon.
Yeah, but when you drink a beer, it's like, I don't know. When I drink a whiskey, I know I'm drinking whiskey. I'm not drinking like a glass of whiskey unless I want to fall down some stairs. But a glass of something harsh is just a lot.
Yeah. Like 16, 19 ounces of it.
Just like,
trying to choke it down, going, yeah, this is good.
This is great. Yeah, that's how I felt. I
think a lot of it. So I think a lot of it with those is the fact of the high alcohol content.
Yeah. Do you know why that is?
Quicker. Because of travel time to get the alcohol. What do they call it? The cape, whatever, the horn.
One of them capes. Yeah.
So they had to have an alcohol content so high to fight off the bacteria.
Make the voyage. Yeah.
But yeah.
You've heard of drunk history. This is high history or stoned history.
But yeah, so I think that's another part of why people like it, because you could have like 2 of those and it's almost drinking like 4 or 5 like Coors Lights, or
a little more efficient,
but
I suppose.
Yeah, I don't miss it. So
I don't really. I mean, I don't drink beer, obviously, but all right. Next one,
situational beer drinker.
Seems like a t-shirt. Coffee versus tea.
Okay.
Or neither. I don't know. Do you drink either?
No, I drink both.
Oh, okay.
I'm a iced tea guy. I love iced tea. I have coffee almost every day. Also, I've been doing espressos lately.
Like a brewed tea, or an iced, or like a sweet tea, like they drink in the South.
No, I want brewed. I do not like sweet tea.
Okay. Same.
If I went to one of the best places to get tea, I don't know if it still is, it's been a while, but I would go all the time, was McDonald's. I would go to McDonald's and just order an extra large iced tea, because they did the old brew machine, where they actually, I think, they used tea. I don't know. It wasn't like it was the big brew thing that sat out and
gotcha.
But for some reason, their iced tea was always really good. I don't like anything from Pepsi, Coke, and their tea. None of those like those teas. I like it. I make sun tea, so I do my own sun tea constantly.
Yeah,
but it has to be like that. It can't be.
It's gotta be like a brewed tea, like a tea.
And no sugar. I don't like any sweet. Like I've gotten a McDonald's one and they give me a sweet one and I'll dump it. I won't even drink it. I'm like, ugh.
I've had sweet tea. There's a place here that has the best fucking Garibaldi's. You ever eat there in Chico?
I don't know.
It's like Cajun New Orleans food. Fantastic.
Huh. Yeah.
They have like a peach tea they'll give you while you're waiting, and it's sweet Southern peach tea. Holy fuck. I was like, this isn't even tea. I feel like I'm going to get the sugar. I'm going to get the diabetes. just by drinking this shit.
Yeah, like the peach tea. Like, okay, if that I might,
I mean,
check
it's
it out.
tasty,
But
it's
sweet,
like I
but
wouldn't
for
want
me,
to
if
drink
it's
more
too
than like a
sweet,
shot.
yeah, it's I just don't like this sweet. So
Yeah.
that's my tea. My tea can't be sweet. Nope.
Same. No, I agree.
Lemon, I like lemon,
Yeah,
but
lemon's good.
but no.
If
And
you
I
want
drink.
to put a
I'll
little
drink.
honey in there, if you got like a hot tea
Yeah,
and you got
if
like
you
a throat problem,
like, I'll have sweet hot tea. Like if I'm having brewed
Yeah.
tea, it's the same thing. Because I use the the Lipton tea bags. That's what I buy. The big thing of them. And I have an old pickle jar, glass pickle jar. I bought a huge thing of pickles just for the jar,
Mhm.
and I use that. Fill that up in the morning. Put it out in the sun with about 6 bags just floating in the water. Put it in the sun till about 2 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon. So it's just sun just baking it.
Cooking.
And then pull the bags out, squeeze them off, get some ice, put it right in, throw that thing in the refrigerator, and I'll drink that thing in like a day,
Mhm.
day and a half. It doesn't last long in my house. My kid, it's gone quick. But
Mhm.
so I'll do that almost every day. Just keep doing it over and over. And I drink. I love it. But yeah, that's all I do. I don't even put lemon in it half the time. I just drink it just like that.
There you go. All right, next. This one's easy for me. Cooking versus baking.
Oh, cooking.
Yeah. Do you bake at all?
Baking's not my thing.
I do not know how to bake. I can't bake to save my life.
I'm cooking right now. I'm cooking a spaghetti sauce. A homemade
spaghetti.
I started it this morning. It's been
I
slow
can
simmering all
bake
day.
my way out of a fucking. I can cook.
If I bake, it's literally pull the top off the thing, pour like water in it, and then that's like as far as I go with baking.
Mm-hmm.
Or cut the cookie slab and then put it on the sheet and put it in the oven. That's
undo the crescent rolls.
Yeah, I can.
What's your favorite thing to cook? If you had to pick one thing, like go to.
Oh gosh, like a meal.
Yeah, just like not like the best thing that you cook, but like just if you had to just cook something in the next 30 minutes, something you're just going to go to all the time.
I love tacos. The way I do these tacos, there's a certain way I make tacos.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so good that I could have it all. Like I would eat it every week, but you just get tired of it. But I love it. But it's the way I do it. It's just the things I put in it, how I cook it, stuff like that. But I don't know. I love it because I use the meat for other things also too.
Mm-hmm.
So I just I don't know.
Yeah.
But probably
I'm a cook quesadilla. If I cook a quesadilla just right, that's the perfect go-to.
Yeah. Meat. And then what I like also about it's easy. My taco thing, it's easy. It's simple. It's real simple, real easy. That's what I like. Also, it's something within an hour you can be eaten from scratch, making them from scratch. Get your ground beef, cook it all, everything. I use turkey. I don't really use ground beef anymore, so.
Gobble, gobble, gobble. 2 more.
All right.
The best video game or the best movie you've ever seen?
Ooh.
Like, what's the highest bar? The perfect movie versus the perfect video game.
Gosh.
That's a tough one. That's the top of my list. That's the most tough one that I had to really think about. And for me, it came down to one thing. Well, it came down to 2 things for me, actually. But I'll say it after you make your.
I'm not gonna. I don't know. It's hard because I think I've changed. That's the thing. It's weird. I'd probably lean towards more movie now. But it's hard because I think I'm leaning more towards movie.
Yeah,
I think that's where I'm at now.
You want to watch. You want to be more passive in your like evaluating something. Is that? I mean, is that the change? Like,
more visual, more just not controlling, this
Yeah.
watching. Literally just the visual and
just being able to completely be
voyeuristic.
disconnected and just voyeuristic. That's the word. Perfect word. Yes. Yeah.
Where before, I was always wanting to play video games. Always just like, from cars to everything to sports, everything was, so many video games, which I loved, but I kind of stepped away from that a while ago. And now I'm like, I've been to so many movies. Like it's been crazy. And independent film stuff, not just like, going to the Cinemark and watching whatever's coming out.
Those are some of the best. Those are some of the best ones generally. Anyway, best stories.
Yeah, but going to like watching 100 Beavers and it's like a slapstick kind of black and white thing. Like it's things that I would never have watched, but now I'm like watching these. Like this stuff's actually really good. In movies that I would never have ever wanted to watch or see, and they turn out to be awesome, great movies. So yeah, I've kind of went that way where it become more visual. I guess I appreciate it more. I think maybe photography did that for me. Actually, when you start seeing the work and doing the work, like, oh wow, this is it's a talent. It's not as easy as people think it's so much easier when you give your phone. Look at this picture. My phone can do the same thing. Yeah, great, you got a great picture. Everyone can be a photographer. Everyone can do it. It's it's just there's so much to it, but it's kind of I don't know. So I think movies, that's why I kind of lean that way now. I love the art. I love watching something created now.
I
get games are art. Games are there's art in it, there's stuff, but it's more of like I said, you're playing instead of enjoying it. You're watching.
I think the average, I'd rather watch something. On an average day, on an average Friday, like tonight, I'm probably not going to play video games tonight. But
and I haven't played video games in years.
Oh,
so I'd rather watch a movie. Yeah, I'd rather watch a movie.
That
Where
makes
before
sense.
I used to play video games.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, it's 2 a.m. Because you're on a headset and then you're playing and
that's
you get
what's
lost in
tough.
this game.
That's what sucks you in. No, I get that. I'd say for me, the bar is a little higher for video games, just simply because of that. You get drawn into characters and you get drawn into something. And I think you revisit it more than a movie. So if you're really into a game, you're going to spend more hours with it probably than a movie. You might watch the movie once or twice a year, but it's only going to add up to like 5-10 hours. And a video game, you're probably going to play
5-10 hours.
Some people can play the first day.
Yeah.
People play for on the average
8 hours a day, 10 hours.
On the average Tuesday, I want to be a voyeuristic participant, really.
Yeah, and that's I think that's why I've stepped away from video games because of that.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch.
Well, and I think the people like you, I mean, there's probably people who agree with you and think like you in this, that's why some people can't understand why this is a thing. But there's YouTubers who like play the video game and people watch, and they have like 1 million subscribers. It's because
I totally get it.
Yeah,
you really like this game,
but I don't really want to. I don't want to participate all the time.
Yeah, like you play that game, and then people go, "Then how can you just sit there and watch games?" Because like I really enjoy this game. There's games that are like that,
right? That
are like not. I think what people don't realize, these games are not just like here's objective A.
It's not Mario Brothers.
Next round. It's like no, there's like open story maps where you're living a movie, kind of. You're the character in the movie, literally in some of these. And watching it, it's like a movie. When you're not playing it, like, oh, I'm gonna watch this, see what this guy does, how he plays his movie, kind of a thing. Like watching what was those books? Choose Your Own Adventure.
I used to love those, dude. I used to have a bunch of them. Yeah.
So, and that's I think what by these video game streamers stuff, like people are watching what they're doing. How they're doing it, and compared to like, so you're kind of watching.
I watch them. Yeah, I
have.
Yeah, I get it. And if someone's entertaining while they play it, all the better. If they're funny.
Yeah. But yeah, for now though, I'm like, and I have been for a while. Movie. Like.
Yeah, I got you. All right. Well, I only got one more.
Last one. All right. Yeah. What's the last one?
Star Wars versus Lord of the Rings.
Ooh. I was Lord of the Rings. And this is the funny part. My kids were probably Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. they're like Star Wars, and I'm like Lord of the Rings. They watched, I think, most all of them, done it all. I've only really watched the originals. I don't even know what they're called.
Episodes,
the ones that came back in the day.
4, 5, and 6. Yeah,
all the new ones. I think I watched the recent last 1 or 2 because my kids, we would go to the movie theater to watch them. That's why. But I don't know much about Star Wars as I should growing up.
I used to be way more into Star Wars as a kid, and it's flipped. Obviously, I'm a Tolkien nerd.
And then I've liked Lord of the Rings. I've watched Lord of the Rings. I'm not into a lot of the other things like that though, that are kind of like Lord of the Rings movies or.
Yeah, I'm not going to write a fantasy.
Yeah, but those. I know I lost those 2. I used to have the old DVDs, like the old ones when it first came out.
Yeah. Did you ever play Dungeons and Dragons or any of those things?
No,
Same.
I didn't.
I never.
Growing up, I didn't have my family weren't going to buy me that shit.
Yeah.
Looked at me like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" But I always was jealous of those kids. I was,
Were you?
I was good at sports. That was it.
Yeah.
I wasn't into sports. I didn't go home and grab a baseball bat. I did. Like, see, I didn't do that stuff.
Oh, really?
No, I was just good at it.
You're like the Joker, Jokic. He's like, yeah. When do I get to go home?
And so that's what got me through school. Literally got me through school.
Yeah.
But when I went home,
but you didn't like it. Like you didn't play at home, like nothing like that.
When I graduated high school, I never touched a baseball bat, a softball, baseball bat again. I was done with baseball for see ya.
You don't want to play catch when I come out next?
I don't even know if I can. That's how long it's been. But it was so like, yeah, I just did sports because so I was always like, I took music appreciation, movie appreciation. I took all these classes and I like those classes. I was always like, I took ceramics, I took cooking.
Oh, you're a softie.
Arts. Yeah, I took arts. I took all that stuff. Yeah, and then I'd go out there and beat the shit out of kids, like literally after school and wrestling shit like that. And then, but I was just good at it. And then, but I like music. Music wasn't I like listening to music. I wasn't like a lyricist. I just like the music. I'm more of a lyricist now than I ever was, but I like music. But yeah, everything else I liked, cooking stuff. I like, making things.
Are you inclined to learn how to play anything?
Yeah, I would try. I want to. My hands now, that's what sucks. That's like what's the whole tattoo world for me also, getting into that. I've always wanted to be kind of a tattoo artist, which I'm going to learn. I am 100% learning to tattoo, and I'm going to tattoo myself one day. But physically now, my body's so trashed, I can't sit and do things. That's why I move around a lot. I have to. My back and hips and everything, that I can't sit still anymore. My back's gone. My knees are gone. I've had hand surgeries already. Multiple knee surgeries.
It's really funny that we send each other the same. It's our knee going.
Yeah. So like, and in the tattoo world, you got to sit there and have that steady hand, like all this stuff for hours. I can't do that. My back will be gone. Everything just from what I did for 25 years. Huffing packages all day, but it just and.
What can Brown do for you?
I was lucky because I only had minor surgeries. I tried to keep away from my back. That's one reason I left, was to cut my back open. So yeah, so it's like, I don't know. It's just
you can learn I guess flute and.
But so I wanted to. And that's the only thing, like guitar and stuff. It's your hands and stuff. I can't even.
Yeah,
I can't even give massages more than like a few seconds because my hands just start to
really
and everything just gives out.
That'd be tough for you.
That's what sucks. That's why the tattooing thing for me is just like my hand will start to go. I've lost pretty much. Like I grabbed a pan out of the oven the other night, and I didn't even think about it. And my hands have softened up a little bit from work, but and I grabbed it. Like, oh, this is hot.
Oh, it's hot.
Like and my hands right now are like hard, but because
I just started playing guitar again for the first time in like years, and I played all the time for a while. And it's just starting to get calluses now. for me now, I think throwing curveballs when I was like 12
Yeah.
caught up with me.
That'll mess you up.
My elbow is fucked right now. I have to wear a sleeve, like one of those
Yeah.
sleeves, because it's like it's fucked. I'm like,
You
oh
just get-
shit.
Just wait, closer you get to 40
40. I'm 40. I'm gonna be 43.
or 45. No, once you hit 45 for me.
45.
40 is when I started feeling the aches.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh gosh, oh my back. Oh, like okay,
45
I'm getting
when
kind of
it
old here.
kicks you in the dick.
45 was when it like all of a sudden my body's like, bitch,
I'm
your big toe's gonna hurt and you're gonna barely be able to walk today. And you wake up, your big toe's killing. Like, what the fuck? Like, I gotta go to the doctor. I can't walk. I broke my toe. The next day, it's gone. Then your knees, like, just for some reason, the next day is just like, and to the point where you're
It
like,
is-
oh, I have to go
it
have
is
surgery
weird.
now. Like,
it
it was
is
like
weird.
45 is when all of a sudden, like, boom, hand, this, knee, this. Like, it was weird. 40 is when I started feeling like, okay, I better slow down. This is starting to, I can feel it. Like, I'm waking up
Yeah.
in the morning, just pop, and like aching.
Gra-ta-ta, bop, bop,
Yeah.
bop, bop, bop. Bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
Now doing photography, you should hear when I get up when I'm kneeling down.
Uh-huh.
My knee sounds exactly like that. I'll record it, and it's gross. And that's
Yeah.
why it's gone.
Yeah,
And I have to
That's
wait
my
for
right
a
knee.
moment.
That's the ACL that I tore.
Yeah, it's crazy, but yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, 45 was when it. My body's like,
When did
Gotta
you turn
cash in these
45?
margins.
This year?
yeah, I'll be 46 coming up September.
September. Oh, that's right. Our birthdays are in the same month. What's your day again?
2nd.
Yours is the 2nd. Ralph's is the 26th or 7th, and mine's the 29th. There's a lot in September. Yeah, I'll be 43.
Well, you're getting close. You're creeping.
And creep. Yeah.
No, but that's the thing though. I'm better than I was when I was actually working.
I feel better now than
Physically.
I did a couple years ago, except for this fucking
Uh-huh.
elbow. This is just what's fucked up.
Now that I've fixed
This
these
is new.
surgeries, yeah, those are just going to be there, and then
Yeah.
it'll be gone. Watch, and a
It'll
day or
probably
two it'll
go.
be gone.
I don't know. It's been
But
there.
yeah,
a while.
these last couple of years, now that I've gotten everything fixed and done stuff, now it's been like fuck. It's been so. Yeah, even when I was working, it was bad. I could even. Yeah, it was horrible. My knees were swollen. It was. Yeah, I'm like. So compared to where I was to now, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
It just
I agree
sucks.
with
That's
that.
what sucks for me getting, like I said, when I hit 45, it just now everything just takes forever to heal.
That's
That's
right.
what sucks.
I tore my groin, and I think about 2.5 years later it finally healed.
Yeah.
And it was from playing goalie in adult league hockey.
Yeah.
Stupid shit where you're
Those-
like, oh, I could play goalie still. And then you go butterfly, you're like, I'm not fucking Dominic Hasek.
And that's
Oh,
that's why, I didn't play a lot of stuff or do a lot of things because I couldn't afford to get hurt. And I would get hurt, and it wasn't like, as you get older, I was like, yeah, I go play softball one night. I'm gonna be out for like 3 days, so I'm gonna be hurting now. Like
Yeah.
things are gonna be aching, like just from swinging a bat. Like that's the
Mhm.
level I'm at now. So it's like,
Yeah, I ain't trying to
That's
do
what
nothing that
sucks.
hurts me.
yeah. So now that I'm going back into work and like I've been doing more stuff now, that I'm finally getting healed from these surgeries and everything, that it sucks that like, yeah, it's like, why does it take so long? I just miss those days where you could heal up really quick and then you're back at it. Now it's like, whoa, I gotta watch out everything I do because I'm like, I
Those
can't
days
do
are
this, I can't do
gone,
this. Yeah,
bruh.
if I do this, then I'm not gonna be able to do this for the next 2 days. So,
Sayonara.
it's like, oh damn. But
Well.
like Brooke said, damn.
Damn.
But
All right. Well, that was fun. We got a good one next time. Hopefully it'll be Tuesday or next Friday, whenever we're here next.
Tuesday's a big day for me also. I forgot.
What do you got Tuesday?
Tuesday
then?
morning. No, I'm going to look at a
Top of the morning.
spot for a shop. So
Oh, cool.
yeah,
Well.
we're gonna just go check it out. I'm starting to look at some real estate. So
That would be cool.
But,
So you're good on Tuesday to podcast in the evening?
Tuesday should be fine. Yeah, I should
All
be
right.
done by then.
Well, I've got
Supposed to be, hopefully.
top five smells.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Like
That's a good
good
one.
smells?
Well, don't be a
Or
pervert.
just like, because there's some smells that stank, but for some reason I like
Hey,
it. When I smell it, I'm like,
and
hey.
you want to go there, go there. This is fine.
Uh,
No, I mean it's like some of the best cheeses
Yeah.
are funky,
yeah. Uh-huh.
it's all good. No,
Yeah,
we're not here to
okay.
judge on the podcast.
So best smells. Dang.
That
That's,
smells.
it
Top
sounds
five
easy,
smells.
but it's hard when you start thinking
That's
about
tough.
it.
Yeah, because
Okay.
how do you weigh? Like, I mean, how do you compare certain things? Like,
Are you a
and
sweet?
sometimes smells hit you at a certain time in a certain moment that impact you differently.
Sometimes it's a specific smell, like of something
Mhm.
or a flavor or a. See, smells. This is where smells are subjective.
Totally. Yeah.
'Cause smells can trigger a memory. Smells can trigger something that
Yeah. There's a term for that, and I don't know what it is, but there's a term
Yeah.
for that.
you smell something and automatically it's like boom, this
like
person
a
or this
type of
thing or this
nostalgia.
something, this place will cut like
Yeah.
boom, you'll see it. And you'll
Mhm.
attach it to that memory and like that's my best smell ever.
Mm-hmm.
And there are those smells.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. All right. Be a good one.
All right.
All right. So we'll see you on Tuesday. All right. If you're listening, rate and review this show. Tell one friend, come hang out with us. See you Tuesday. We'll probably do it at like 6 p.m. Pacific. Top 5 smells. We'll see you next time. Let's see if we can get some music going here, and we'll get out of here. Later.